Built in 1893, the Nanaimo Fire Hall No. 2 is a very good example of Victorian Italianate architecture, one of the most popular 19th century styles. The fortress-like crenellated roofline is particularly appropriate on the fire hall, a widely recognized symbol of protection. The large doors at the front lower level were designed for easy access for the fire company's horses and equipment. Similarly functional, the concrete hose tower, added to the rear of the building in 1914, allowed for the efficient drying of fire hoses. The Nanaimo Fire Department No. 2 spoke to the continuing growth and maturity of the city. Although a volunteer fire brigade existed before the construction of the fire hall, this substantial and expensive building, whose construction costs were raised through subscription, indicated community commitment to efficient modern service and faith in the city's future. On November 14, 1901, City Council assumed direct control of the fire department. John Parkin was appointed the first city fire chief, serving in that capacity from November 14, 1901 to February 25, 1937. Parkin was previously an unpaid volunteer. The 2 firefighters were hired at the same time to drive the 2-horse team for the fire equipment. Parkin was fire chief for 40 years. In 1937, at the age of 70, he directed the fight against one of the downtown's largest fires. It was midwinter. Parkin got very wet and as a result developed pneumonia. He died at the fire hall on February 25th, 1937. Located on a narrow triangular lot between 2 main thoroughfares and at a major intersection, the fire hall is an important downtown gateway building and a highly visible landmark.
Beatrice. You can call me B. Back in 2011-2012, I was a prep cook at the Firehouse restaurant for a couple years. Such a great place. I believe there's something other than us out there that we can't see. I don't think that I'm any kind of medium or anything special. But sometimes, you just know. You know what I mean? It's like a vibe. For sure, all the time. There was this presence or an energy that I could feel in the building. Most of the time I was the first one in, pulling supplies from the upstairs. More than once. I felt like somebody was there. And I swear, out of the corner of my eye, I saw somebody. Like an older gentleman, kind of wearing old-time clothes. Nothing to be scared of. He just liked to watch over. He felt kind, almost joyful. I totally believe in ghosts and the paranormal. I am not surprised about what I learned about John Larkin. Sounds like he was a helper. Someone who always gave his life helping others. And that was totally the feeling that I got when he was around. I would say that he's even doing it now from the other side.
This is super cool. Oh, wow. I feel dizzy. Yeah. Wow. This is so cool. Hello, I'm Paula DeMontenay. I'm a spirit communicator, and we are here downtown at the Fire Hall. It's called the Fire Hall number 2. It was built in 1898, and it was used to be used back when they had horses and carriages. So we went down and checked that out, but since it's been here for so long, it's been quite a landmark. We decided we'd come in and check out the energy. So I walked around the place, and I felt immense energy over by the windows, and then I felt some as we were up in the hose tower. So I'm just going to check in right now and see what I can get. Interesting. I'm seeing horses and buggies. I'm actually getting an image they're giving me of horses and buggies, and on the street out front. They're showing me that it used to be quite active. So showing horses and buggies on the main street. It was a dirt road, and then people coming in through the gates here. So I'm just showing me all that, which is really cool. It's really interesting. And I'm seeing a man, so they're taking me way back, I feel early 1900s, because the man they're showing me, who would have been like a fire chief or a police constable or something, he's got the old style uniform and kind of the roundish hat, the metal hats that they used to have. It's really very distinct, the look that they used to have, so it's kind of cool. So they're showing me that. Let's see what else they're going to bring me. I just got an intense pain in my head, like right here. So that usually tells me there's somebody here that died in a violent way or an accident, because when I get that pain in my head, it's usually something like that. So I want to check into that energy and see what I'm feeling. Definitely female energy. Definitely male, and I'm feeling very horse in here. And that's always a sign for me that there is energy here. But it's also sometimes reflective of how they passed as well. I'm seeing that he didn't live far away, the person that was here, and that the energy that's kind of left behind. He was local, lived not that far, didn't live here though, in the station, but was very close, so that he could come at a moment's notice if there was an emergency in the area and take the carriages and the hoses and go out. He's saying water trucks. He's saying they had water trucks is what they took out with them, because they didn't have what we know nowadays as a fire truck with the hoses and everything else. He said they called it a water truck. And he's showing, it's interesting, I really like him. He must have been a fireman or something, because he's showing me how they filled the tanks even. They're showing me how they filled the water, which is really kind of cool. So they filled the water from the hydrants into these big containers that they had on the water truck that were carried by carriage, horse and carriage. Wow. I wish you could see what I'm seeing in my head, because it's super cool. He passed with a blow to the head, it feels like. He passed a blow to the head, and oh, no, I'm wrong. He passed with he was sick. When he passed, he was sick. He's saying his head, I'm showing me head hurt. He had bad head because he was really sick. He had a fever, so I'm feeling really hot. He's saying he had a fever. He died of some kind of a flu, or pneumonia, or bronchitis or something. Like was really achy and sore and sick, and the whole head thing. And he's hanging around here in residual energy because he loved the place so much. He was very much a part of it. He was known, he's saying, he was known in the community. He was a pillar of the community. He was somebody that people looked up to. He was well respected. And he loved being a part of the community. He said for him, this was home. But he loved being here. He's talking about his boys. He said he loved working with his boys. And he's kind of laughing about that because he says nowadays, he said nowadays you'd have to hire women too. And he's laughing about that because he says back then it was mainly men because of it was a different time, right? And he needed the strength and the brute force to be able to carry the water cisterns and containers and to carry the hoses and everything else. But he did love the ladies. He's saying I did love the ladies. Oh. Okay. He likes the energy around here now. He says it's really cool that they still have this building here. He says he's happy it hasn't been demolished because there's so many buildings that are getting torn down and there's so many buildings that are replaced with newer style buildings. He said, but they don't have the character like this one, right? This one's amazing. This has so much history and character and it's just beauty around it. And he says he really loved it. He really loved it and he hopes that we're enjoying it here too. Yeah. And then when he said up in the hose, we went up into the hose tower and he said up in there, he said, was quite dangerous at times because sometimes people would fall. He said, because when you're hanging the hoses and running the hoses, he goes, there was not a lot of footholds and sometimes they would be slippery because it get wet. So he says it could be quite dangerous up there. He says, so you had to be really brave and courageous to go up into the hose tower. But he said, his boys were. He said, me and my boys were brave. We were good enough. We were all right. He's thanking us for coming, and that's about it. I mean, the energy in here is really nice. It's really happy and warm. I could feel them as soon as we walked in because when I feel it, the spirit, it's cool to me, and I feel something in my throat. So I did feel him right away, but it's not like a scary, bad energy, right? It's a beautiful, welcoming energy. He was very happy here. And he says, again, thank you for coming, thank you for being here, and sharing the history of our beautiful fire hall. And enjoy some tacos. All right.